What's up, guys? What's going on? Camp Out coming at you with a double review on this one. So NB1 last week on Wednesday. I'm not sure when I'm putting this up, but at some point on Wednesday in the past, they did the perforated toe box option. I did two shoes. I'm going to show them to you now. This is the first of two shoes. I'm just going to pull them both out. And then right off the bat, I'm going to show you this paneling here. For some strange reason, it's a lot larger than it should be. Premium material, as you can see, I'm doing brush strokes on here and they're coming right up. But this piece is super fat for some reason. I don't know why it looks like that. I could probably return it and get it done correctly, but I really don't want to do that and give anybody a hard time. I'll just deal with it as is. But as you can see, my color scheme went with a little light, a little beige, a little burgundy. Yeah, that's what I was trying to go for. So what I did was I picked the midsole first and worked my way up. I don't know if you guys like the colorway or not, but I just want to show them to you in a little bit of a review. So I'm trying to match the burgundies up, a little bit of that palish pink or salmon, whatever color you want to go with in there, and just kind of just flow with the shoe. I really didn't have any inspiration behind it. I just kind of threw colors on and see how I liked it or see if I liked it or not. Toe box, you got the perforated suede across the toe box, burgundy suede across the toe wrap. This is really like bothering me right now that I'm looking at it. You got a white 3M across the bottom portion of the grommet area. Just want a little bit of pop, nothing too crazy. I didn't go too extensive with the 3M. As you can see, that toe wrap wraps all the way around. This is the correct size, which kind of irks me that it wraps into such a wider piece. Mid panel, I went with this sand to match the toe box, like a sand color. I went with a burgundy underlay on the New Balance monochrome. I don't know if you can get a little closer so you can see it. I went with a gray upper on the New Balance, no 3M in there. I did a gray grommet area for the top portion, another gray hit to match that up on the mid body leading into the heel portion of the shoe. I matched the burgundies up in both areas, New Balance up top. Obviously, you already know what that looks like. The perforation continues from the toe box in the upper ankle area. If you guys are unaware of how that works, usually when you pick this color, it wraps up here as well. You got your gray hits again. Sand color, I didn't do anything inverse because you can't. Those aren't options on there. You got your white 3M that stretches across both sides. Grommets are all the same. Burgundy lace on the inside just to give a little break up from the rest of the gray coloring towards the upper portion of the shoe. You got like a pale salmon towards the liner, which matches up with the midsole, which has a couple different shades of the pale salmon or pink, whatever you want to go with. And that's pretty much it. Outsole's got that burgundy and that pale color again, and both shoes are mirrored, even with that fat piece on the side there. Actually, the left shoe it looks a little bit thinner on the left than it does on the right, so it's really starting to rub you the wrong way. Either way, if you guys like this pair, you can shoot a thumbs up. And then I have the other. Fun fact, when I did the shoe, I designed another shoe on top of it, and I forgot to take the the monochrome off the back of the shoe. So the back of the shoe is going to say something that it shouldn't say. As you can see, this is very salmon-inspired shoe. Sorry for the noise in the background. I didn't want to go with your typical navy and salmon, so I went black and salmon. Probably match it with a couple more things, because whenever you wear navy, it's like, oh, I kind of got to stick with like a navy or a gray. This I can wear black, which kind of works out nicely. I did a little bit more 3M on this bad boy. Not much, though. So the toe box has got, obviously, your salmon perforation. Not too far off of the pale salmon from the other shoe, but I feel like the toe box has a little bit more pop to it. As you can see, the variation from the liner on the inside to the actual color of the perforated salmon on the outside. It's like a shade or two different, nothing too crazy. So let's go with the toe box. Toe box, you got your perforated salmon, you got black toe wrap across the whole thing, 3M white across the bottom forefront of the grommet area. You got the same perforation on the bottom portion of the tongue with the salmon, and then a black tongue on the upper. I also went with the salmon stitching, or the pale salmon stitching, for the 998 New Balance made in USA. And then let's roll into the mid body. You got an underlay on the monochrome for the N logo. It is white 3M. The upper is got that salmon hit to it again. Black across the entire mid body, except for the obvious areas that pop out for the perforations. You got white 3M again across the heel counter. As you can see, my Leroy across the back of the shoe. So I'll show you both and I'll tell you the backstory. So Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon is one of my favorite movies. I designed a shoe, and the back of the shoe was gonna have Leroy green on it. I never washed all of that off when I started my new design for this shoe, and obviously I got the monochrome on the back there. So what I'm probably gonna do is take a black Sharpie and just color it in, so that way it all matches up and it's not navy across there. It doesn't bother me too much because I like the movie a lot, but either way, you got your New Balance monochrome in that pink color as well on the upper portion of the ankle counter, and then rolling into the mid body of the shoe or the medial side of the shoe, everything is identical, as you can see. I'll take this one and that one. You can see both shoes, everything's identical and lined up. Salmon laces on the inside. I have plenty of New Balances, so if I want to throw a white lace in there, I could, but I don't have a salmon color of this scheme, so I want to make sure I had it come with the pair. And that's pretty much it. So if you guys like the models, cool. If not, you guys can go make your own, have fun with it, enjoy. They added, oh, the midsole. So they changed the midsole up a little bit from the original midsole design. It had a little bit more white, and this is more of a solid gray across the entire midsole of the shoe. As you can see, there are really no white hits except for, are there any white hits? There are no white hits whatsoever. It's just a light gray. So light gray in the front, black, and steel gray across the entire shoe, so, or the entire midsole. So, I mean, a lot of people didn't like it. Actually, Tone didn't like it at all because he likes the white across the midsole, but I prefer this because I like a darker midsole. Less dirt to worry about, less scuffing to worry about. Either way, outsole, you got black, steel gray, and black again, and that's pretty much it. If you guys aren't subscribed yet to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you like the content, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up, whatever you like. I enjoy all that stuff, and I'm out of here.